Hey guys, we got another random product review. It's a computer fan stand. Sorry, having a hard time focusing on the black. But I want to show you my old uh, amateur hour computer stand. The reason why I even do this is on my work table. If I want to do something else, I just slide the whole thing away, and then I could do something else. Uh, I have a limited space in my apartment, so this is a 15-inch notebook, and then I actually have a bunch of this box here is made from balsa wood and just MDF board. I have two fans on it, USB fans, and I hide all the extra cabling back there. So it works effectively. You know, it sucks air from the bottom of the notebook, and the notebook is raised on these little rubber feet. So little air will come in through the sides and the front and get sucked out the back through those two little computer fans. And then, you know, this is a gaming Tartarus, but I use it for CAD work. So little flashlight, whatever. Anyways, doesn't matter so much. Balsa wood, MDF board. Those are cheap types of wood. I mean, it's glued together sawdust, and balsa wood is so thin and light. Not thin. It's just so light that it, you know, dents easily. So it's time to try to get a real more sturdy solution. So that is the Cooler Master U3 Plus. I spent at least an hour on AliExpress looking at all the computer stands. And I looked at the bottom of my notebook and I realized the fans are around the corners in the back of the notebook. But I see a lot of fans like this, they're down here in the middle or like vertical and stuff. You generally want to have the fan where the vents are on your computer, right? So after a while of searching, I realized this is the one that you can take the fans and move them around in any of these holes. So I can move these two fans into the corners, and the back one, I don't know, won't do much other than just cool the base of the thing. So it seems to come in three colors: black, silver, titanium. Ergonomic height settings. I also I also want the edge of the front to be touching the table, so I don't get carpal tunnel syndrome having a really raised keyboard. It says it can handle up to a 19-inch computer, so this is going to be probably wider than my notebook. Oh boy, there's a whole bunch of features there. This thing weighs 1.1 kilos, or almost 2.5 pounds. They're the dimensions. The fans can range between 950 to 1800 RPM, 15.42 CFM cubic flow meters, maybe 15 liters a minute. Pretty low decibel rating, 21 dBA to 23. It just runs off a regular USB, and it takes 1.2 to 2.3 watts. Alright, a bunch of other languages here and stuff. Alright, let's open this guy up. So there's just a little bit of extra that high quality foam there. And this is the desiccant. Alright. Some more of this foam here and here. Oh, nice. Alright, so it doesn't actually have the fans on it, which kind of forces you to put the fans where you have to, which is, I think, smart. Maybe lazy people. Well, actually, I am a lazy person, but it saves me a step from having to undo the fans and then put them on. So this is a nice piece of anodized aluminum. It's brush finished. It is pretty thick. Hold on here. Maybe it matters, but the thicker it is, the more it should cost. This is a 1.9 millimeter thick aluminum, so that's pretty strong. I wouldn't want to. You don't want to step on it, but it should be fine for holding a notebook computer. There's a rubber piece attached to this thing here. It doesn't trap it though, so that's not very good for long-term longevity. But there is a little pin right there, and that's trying to keep it in place. But it's such a thin pin. I feel if you're really abusive, eventually you'd shear that pin, and this rubber thing is just gonna fall off, and then you'd have to use like spray glue to keep it on there. So it's not molded on, basically. it's just put on for ease of manufacturing, I guess. Alright, the back here, it's got a flat spot here, and it's like a cable holder. You can see, you can run some extra cables, so that'll be nice for me. And I assume same thing, there might be some pins holding this on, but it basically can come off sideways. This actually has a CE sticker on it. That's interesting. And it actually has a serial number on it. And that's also interesting because there's not much to it. Maybe the fan's breaking or something. The computer fans seem to be relatively reliable, right? I've never heard of them breaking. Let me get my knife here. Trying to see if there's tape. Nope, no tape. Alright, in this box we have the good old instructions. And it looks like it's probably multiple languages. Yeah, cable managers. You can store it vertically. That's why it also has those big flat spots. So that's good. What is that? That I don't know. There's the external USB plug to power up the fans. There's some sort of power control or distributor. There is a direction to the fans, of course. You want to actually probably have the air blowing upwards. So then, at least on my computer, it sucks air from the bottom and shoots it out the back. So that seems pretty straightforward. And then a bunch of languages. So here's that power distribution box, and it has a clip on it. And I guess it just clips on. And this also has a speed setting. It's a rotary knob dial kind of thing. You could take it apart. I'm not sure why you'd want to. And then, oh, I see. The USB has a straight through, so it gets powered, but then you're not sacrificing your USB port. You just plug something in after the fact if you want. Although it's a little unsightly, just having this giant thing sticking out. More desiccant. The 3 fans. And some sort of a elastic strap. Maybe if you're traveling, yeah, just based on the length of it. So you can actually just put this around the whole stand in your computer. And I guess they're hoping that'll just support it, and then you have the handle and you can walk around like a briefcase. I wouldn't trust that at all. There's no way this little strap is going to hold my computer if I was going to walk with this vertically. I would make like 2 straps. It might work, but I wouldn't want it to stretch. That's the problem. It'll stretch and then it'll fall out. I would make a nylon strap and have Velcro, you know, hook and loop, make that tight. So I'll just use this for something else. Bundle some hoses or something. Alright, looking at the fan, we have the holes, 2 round holes, which would probably mate with the holes in the aluminum. Oh, there's 4 pegs with the holes. So that actually makes it idiot proof, right? And then this is probably this would be the bottom side. And this is unexpected. This is steel. It's got a mesh punched net on it, and it's screwed in place if you wanted to remove even more resistance. But I'm going to leave it be. Oh, this is even better. Look at this. So you press this thing and it moves. So you don't even need screws. I thought I was going to have to screw this in from the top side. But there's some sort of hook here. Yeah, you can see there's a hook on the thing. This is really convenient. This is very smart. Yeah, I thought I was going to have to screw in 4 holes and just place them around, because that's what I saw in the images online. Okay, very cool. So you saw the dimensions on the box, but you'll see here it actually is flat there, and then it's angled. So, and then again, if you want to store it, you could just put it vertically. Obviously, though, you can't do it now because there's no weight, but your computer would hold that thing upwards. Alright, well, that's upside down. I know I definitely have to have a fan in the corners, in the back area. So let's see. There's a bunch of heat shrink here holding these together. I guess this is the side one. This is the center one. over. Alright, so just for ease, I'm going to have the push button over here. So these are the further ones from the push button don't move. The ones near the push button do move. So I'm going to put the further ones into the holes first. Alright, that's as far as it can go to the side and the corner. Then I'll just squeeze this. Oh, there you go. Nice and easy. Let me do that for the others. It's hard to do with this giant, with the tripod in my way. And I guess I'll just put this here in the middle. There are some, oh, let's try sideways. Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter sideways because it's a round fan, but maybe for power cable management, it can work sideways as well. So those pegs are in a square layout. So it's not falling out. You can literally see those plastic hooks now sticking up through the top surface. I gotta say, I'm really impressed. This is a relatively expensive compared to all the other computer notebook stands I saw on AliExpress. But it's definitely worth it because I know the air is going to actually get into the computer. It's well thought out. I'm really impressed. Alright. I have USB ports on both sides of my notebook, so it doesn't matter for me where I put this, but if you wanted to, maybe you only have USB ports on that side. So naturally the cables will reach both sides, assuming the fan is somewhere in the middle, this middle one. But obviously you could stagger everything to the side if you want, put them where you want. Oh, let's see. There's even, I guess I could, if I didn't want to see it at all, I could just put it on the back, which is, I think, maybe even better. I see. It's kind of clipping the cable of that fan. Let me move that cable out of the way. Yeah, so that's even less sightly, but you can still adjust the speed. I'll figure that out later, where I want to put that. Let me get my computer. So here's the bottom of my Lenovo, and you can even see all the dust these fans have been sucking up. But yeah, they're in the corners, and so by coincidence, I lined up those fans perfectly. I guess this middle one, maybe I'll move it a little bit over here to, oh, sorry, this tripod's off. So these two are right under, or on top of these guys. That's cool. I'm going to move the middle one a little bit over more this way, so because this has 4 vents here. Okay, so one note is, you know, with the weight of the computer, the rubber feet obviously grab the table. It's not so easy to slide around. So I don't have a big enough piece of wood or plastic to make a new baseboard. And I think I'm going to try to incorporate this old mouse pad onto my new baseboard. So I have some old PVC click-clock flooring, you know, just sitting around doing nothing. And it seems like 2 of these pieces will work perfectly fine to make a new base for my little computer. Yeah, it's definitely easier to move around. So I'm gonna mess about with this. I'll probably crazy glue the 2 pieces together, and then I'm gonna cut them to size. Alright, here's my new setup. Here's my new setup. Sorry about the focus. I did turn it on, and I do have a decibel meter, but the thing is so quiet. The ambient air here is actually louder than these fans. But when I put my hand under there, I can definitely feel the fan is on, sucking air and blowing it up into the computer. So that's very good. Let's see about the speed here. That's max speed right there. Oh yeah, it's a noticeable difference. So here's the back view. I wasted a bunch of time running the cables through these things. It's just unnecessary because there's so much air here. I just jammed the cables underneath, but you can clearly see with the fan space, there's no fan right here, so I can just have all the cables there, and it's just quicker that way. So so the box didn't say what angle this was, nor did the instructions. So if you want to run some Pythagorean theorems there, I'll tell you the dimensions. The length of this top surface is around 31 centimeters, and then the height here is around 70 millimeters, or 7 centimeters. So actually, is that right? 31? Yeah, it was 31 centimeters. So 31 by 7, and then you take the hypotenuse or whatever it is. I forget basic math. I forget English sometimes. Alright, well anyways, it's pretty cool. Definitely recommend this. I think it's worth the extra money because you can put the fans where you want, and you can do it pretty easily. It's not going to take up a USB space. What's odd is the packaging said it has 5 adjustment levels. Clearly it doesn't, so that's a bit of a lie. And then it doesn't tell you what the angle is, this angle that it's set at. Maybe it's like 10 degrees, maybe? I'm not sure if that's optimum or not, but for now, it's going to work for me. So anyways, if you have a limited space and you want to just move your stuff away, I recommend you just make a big board and you just stick it down, and then you can move the whole thing out. Alright, well anyways, thanks for watching today. I'll see you in the next random product review.